is that you should be able to carry on a conversation while exercising. If you gasp for breath, you should slow down regardless of your heart rate. Over time, the more aerobically fit you become, the more strenuous exercise you will need to get your heart rate to the appropriate exercising level. To what extent you can exercise at a higher intensity is highly dependent upon how fit you are. Duration refers to how long you should exercise. In general, a minimum of 20 minutes at the heart rate intensity previously described is necessary to improve your aerobic fitness level. Most likely, you will have to exercise for 30 to 40 minutes for best results. If you are not an active exerciser, it is important to remember to not overdo it during the first few weeks because you increase the probability of injury. A good guideline is to exercise for enough time to experience mild fatigue. For those just starting out, your duration may be 3 to 5 minutes. In other words, do not try to run for 40 minutes straight. After you have recovered at a lower intensity, then do another 3 to 5 minute bout. Over the next 1 or 2 months, gradually reduce your recovery period and increase your exercise period so that you are exercising continuously for 30 to 40 minutes. To what extent you can exercise more than 40 minutes without experiencing injury is highly individualized. Frequency refers to how many times a week you should exercise. The frequency with which you exercise may vary depending upon your pre-existing exercise pattern. A general guideline is that you should vigorously exercise 3 to 5 times per week to optimize your gain in aerobic fitness. There is little improvement if the exercise frequency is less than 2 sessions per week. However, if you are not currently physically active, you should increase the number of exercise sessions per week gradually to minimize the possibility of injury. Participation in this or any other exercise training program does not guarantee that you will attain the physical ability level required to be a firefighter. How well you do relative to the existing job demands is dependent upon more than a fitness training program. Nevertheless, through training you can considerably improve your personal physical performance. As much as is possible, you should adhere to this program by alternating weightlifting and aerobic training at varying degrees depending upon your needs. If strength gain is your goal, then the emphasis should be on weightlifting, and you can be even more specialized by focusing on upper or lower body strengthening exercises. On the other hand, you may need to lose weight or improve your aerobic ability so you can better sustain vigorous physical work. In that case, the emphasis should be on improving aerobic fitness.
This video was produced to provide instruction on exercise activities that, if performed over several months, will usually result in improved strength and endurance. To further optimize your capability to perform the physical abilities test, one should practice the specific events that are involved in the test. There is a brochure available which describes the tasks comprising the physical abilities test. The Firefighter Physical Abilities Test is a set of 3 physical tasks which demonstrate a candidate's ability to perform firefighter duties. The following portion of this video is designed to show how this test will be administered. It is not designed to show the pace at which the tasks must be performed to pass. The test will be administered on one day. But because the results of all 3 tasks are combined and scored by independent consultants, score results will be sent by mail. This part of the videotape describes the physical abilities test. The last part of the videotape briefly describes the aerobic fitness test, which is part of the medical examination. Please note that the medical examination and the aerobic fitness test are not part of the physical abilities test. The medical examination will be administered only to those applicants who pass the drug screen, background check, and physical abilities test, and who are given conditional offers of employment. Information on the aerobic fitness test is provided at this time, however, so that you have the opportunity to begin aerobic training.
The exercises we are about to show you are physically strenuous. You are encouraged to contact your physician if you think you might be at risk for injury or a medical emergency as a result of performing these exercises. The City of Chicago or its agents do not assume any responsibility for health consequences arising from your participation. Before we get into the actual components of the test, it is important that you understand the guidelines that will be followed while the test is administered. You are encouraged to wear comfortable clothes, such as sweatpants, t-shirts, and gym or other rubber-soled shoes. No smoking or chewing of tobacco will be allowed in any testing area. Smoke in a confined area can adversely influence the performance of other applicants. Failure to follow this rule may result in you being disqualified from the testing. Chairs are provided at each testing station for the participants. To assure that everyone is ready to begin, all participants must be seated before the test administrator will go over the test instructions. The administrator will demonstrate the proper procedure for performing the physical test and answer any questions. Participants should be self-motivated. Outside encouragement will not be provided to any applicant by the